very good morning to all of you, practitioners from banking, financial, and insurance industry. I'm very grateful to be given the time to share with you on the trends that is happening. And I want to especially thank you, Pak Jerry, for the sharing. Thank you, Pak. Thank you for the sharing. Thank you, Pak. Thank you. As mentioned, if I can recall a bit from the previous opening speech, there are global risk perception, and among the top 5, there are 2 that was mentioned just now. The first one, after the weather risk, is the AI misinformation and disinformation. And the second one, at the number 5, is the cyber attack. And today, thank you for the time. I would like to share some of the trends that is happening in terms of the cyber attack, and specifically in the realm of deepfakes. So let me start with presenting 2 videos, and hopefully from there we'll carry out the presentation.
Think you can always trust what you see? Think again. The digital frontier of businesses is under siege. Your business, your reputation, and your financial security are under attack. The weapon of choice? Fraudsters posing as potential customers or employees expertly exploit deepfake technology. This year's most prominent example was a multinational firm's finance staff in Hong Kong being duped into paying $25 million to fraudsters using deepfake by posing as the company's CFO and other staff members in a video conference call. Identity theft, financial scams, account takeovers, and spreading disinformation have never been easier, fueling a global crisis of trust. The result? Financial havoc. Fraudulent loans were approved, funds were siphoned off, and your business was left to deal with the aftermath. Deepfake fraud has escalated, and is estimated. Think you can always trust what you see? Think again. The digital frontier of businesses is under siege. Your business, your reputation, and your financial security are under attack. The weapon of choice? Fraudsters posing as potential customers or employees expertly exploit deepfake technology. This year's most prominent example was a multinational firm's finance staff in Hong Kong being duped into paying $25 million to...
Okay,
Pemirsa,
let's
terima
see the
kasih
second
Anda
video.
masih bersama kami di Selamat Pagi Indonesia. Pemirsa, jelang pemilu 2024, media sosial dihebohkan dengan sebuah video yang memperlihatkan Presiden Joko Widodo berpidato dengan bahasa Mandarin.
女士们、先生们，我曾经是一个商人长大22年之久。我不惜填表，觉得麻烦。
Okay. Yep. Right. So the first two videos, you can see clearly that faces can change very easily, and moreover, voices can be deepfake as well. You can see our president, Pak Jokowi, is actually speaking in Mandarin, and it is confirmed this is hoax. It's not real. But if you look at the faces movement, the facial movement, it's as real as it can be. It's as if our president can really speak Mandarin. So deepfake threats is very real. The loss global financially due to cyber attack and artificial intelligence generated scam is in the billions. And Asia Pacific, surprisingly, is actually number 2 after North America in terms of the rise of the deepfake cases. But moreover, the biggest loss, according, in my humble opinion, is not just the financial loss, but the reputation risk. If a financial institution was attacked by this kind of loss, on top of the financial loss is the reputation. The trust in the financial world, trust is probably the most important thing. And when the trust is deteriorated or lost, then it will be very hard to regain the trust. So let's continue. The deepfake threat, financially and reputation-wise, is very real. This slide is just, it's shown in the video, how through a video-generated conversation, by deepfaking a CFO faces, they can actually scam and make a loss of millions of dollars. And in fact, it is predicted every year there will be a growth of loss due to AI-related cases. In fact, in 2025, the projection is going to grow by 10 to 11% in the trillions of dollars. Therefore, it's very important that we understand what deepfake is and how and urgently we need to work together to address and manage the risks. I will quote one of the lines here. Gartner predicts that by 2024, which is this year, 75% of the large enterprise will be the target of this kind of attack. So what is deepfake? Deepfake, in a nutshell, is artificial intelligence generated images, including potentially the voices, to make it as real as possible that it can mislead the victim, or in this case, the financial institution, into making unnecessary and fraudulent loss. And to make things worse, the source to generate this kind of deepfakes is easily available as well. If you look at this slide, you can see how easy to change a face, not just from one face to another, but from one gender to another gender. You can see how they change so fast. And deepfake technology can be generated using applications easily obtained through App Store or open source. Another example, if you want to look more handsome or more like celebrity, it's very easy nowadays. You can present and then somehow you can just change your face to look like whoever you want to look like. It's here. It's real and it's here. This is another deepfake example. You combine and mix and match the faces to create a new face. And it is as real as it can be. How does deepfake happen in the system? There are two ways that deepfake attack can happen. One is through the presentation attacks, and the second one is through the injection attack. I will not go through two details, but in a nutshell, presentation attack is the attack whereby a fraudster is using a physical mask, a generated paper mask, and fool the system in thinking that it is the real person. However, there's another injection attack that is on the rise as well. In this injection attack, it's no longer just about paper mask, physical mask, a video, but it is using the AI-generated images, whether it's a face swap, face morph, deepfake. And based on this technology, they created an image, a video, and take over the devices. There are three ways that they can take over the devices: through the device itself, by the browser, and by the network. And once they take that over, then they will give the impression that this is the real person, and they can do whatever they want. These are some of the examples. This is a presentation attack example. You can see the faces, it's basically on mask, but this kind of presentation attack is more and more recognizable. So a lot of methods has been implemented to identify this kind of attack. The upcoming, and actually here already, is the injection attack, whereby human eye can no longer see the difference. In the previous slide, if you look at this slide, if you look at it closely, you can know that it is not real. But for this kind of image, if you don't, even if you try hard, the blurriness, the boundaries between real and not real is blurred already. People will know that this is real. They will think that this is real, but when in fact it's not. So how do we address this? Just now, Pak Jerry already shared, the digital is happening now. It's not tomorrow, but now, which is true. A lot of reliance on online transaction nowadays. At the same time, traditional methods. I used to work in the financial industry for 13 years. And I happen to be on the operation sides and the control sides. A lot of the control methods are good, and they are not bad, but it's probably no longer enough. So the traditional security measures are important, but maybe it's time that we need to enhance it further. With the digital transaction raising, the data security concern is also increasing. And this makes the whole ecosystem becoming more complicated. At the end of the day, if you only focus on the security and you make everything so difficult for the end user, for the customers to do the transaction, you will lose the interest of the client as well. So at the end of the day, all of us in the financial industry, banking industry, insurance industry, need to balance that. We cannot forsake security, but we also need to balance not to make our customer lose interest in transacting with us. So I hope from so far the presentation, we understand about deepfakes and the threat that it can bring to the table, and the criticality that now is the time that we need to work together to combat the AI-generated threat. So I would like to introduce VIDA. We have come up with a deepfake shield, whereby we will help and work closely with all our clients to combat the AI-generated threat. We do liveness detection with end-to-end encryption and provide accurate biometric verification. Liveness detection, the purpose is to make sure that this is a real and live user that is dealing with us right now. End-to-end encryption, to make sure that along the way, the process is not being hijacked or injected with a fake information, a fake image. So we need to protect the real user end-to-end, all the way to biometric verifications to make sure that we are verifying the customer properly and accurately. I will share another video on one simple example on how VIDA will help you to detect and prevent account injection. You can see on the top right corner is the fraudster. The bottom one is the victim. And when using some technology, they can actually change the face into the victim's face. However, when it goes through the VIDA ecosystem, with VIDA's technology deepfake shield, we will know that it is fraud. It is not real. So it will give an information that the liveness check failed. Moreover, our deepfake shield has been constructed in such a way that it is very effective in a wide range of image condition. What does it mean? Throughout our process, we have improved our modeling. We have a dedicated data scientist group that working around the clock to improve the model all the time. One of the feedback that we get from our client is sometimes the end user are standing in too dark, too bright, or they are standing too far, too close to the screen. So we have implemented a system whereby we can inform the customer so that they can interact properly. At the same time, we bring from the intuitive feedback and simple UX so that we can give feedback easily. We have also enhanced our model whereby we can start differentiating faces using attributes and also even hijab. There are some attempts using people in hijab and just copy-paste the face. And our models are able to differentiate that. And of course, at the end of the day, we need to do this in split second. Speed of performance is as important for our deepfake shield as well. So this is one example whereby if a client end user wants to go through the process with our client, we will tell them that you are too close, please move away, stay still so that we can capture your photo. So these are all the simple steps that we help our client when they adopt our deepfake shield so that we can guide the end user to be producing the best possible image. How does the process happen actually? In the first place, it will always start with the image quality feedback. These are the part whereby the end user are being guided to stay at the right distance, to stay under a well-lit environment. So whenever the picture is not in the best possible image quality, the picture will not be taken. And this has helped our client. Why? Because it reduces the fail checking. It saves the client the unnecessary cost as well. Because if the picture taken is not of the best possible quality, then the whole process will be wasted. So with image quality feedback, we actually prevent that. We make sure that all the images taken are of the best possible quality. After the image quality is taken, as I mentioned, it has end-to-end security. So injection attack will be prevented, will be stopped. And finally, the presentation attack will detect whether this is really a live, real human or not. Only after all these checking are done, then it will move along to the biometric verification to give you the confirmation. There's also a device binding, which is an option, because nowadays there are a lot of banking industry, insurance industry that are operating in an ecosystem of groups. If you want to increase the security of the whole ecosystem within the group, we can also help you to build a device binding so that we can make sure that when it comes to the ecosystem authentication, it will be at the most effective and efficient approach. So just a summary. So why do we want to use VIDA Deepfake Shield? Aside from the dynamic attack prevention, as I mentioned, we always around the clock, we have a dedicated data scientist group that continuously learning the model and fit into the machine learning algorithm. So we keep improving and detecting new attack factors. We also make sure that to save money, to be efficient, we make sure the best possible image capture. At the same time, we give intuitive feedback to the end user to make it as user-friendly as possible. We can also help with certain clients. They have a certain standard of fonts, coloring. We can also customize according to the client's preference, and also the language customization. But to me, I think the most important thing is the secure environment. VIDA Deepfake Shield SDK will help you to provide the most secure environment. I cannot stress the importance. Once a fraud happens, the trust will be gone. VIDA's vision has been building a world of trust. And we will continuously improve the model, and we will help you and partner with you on working together to find the best way and manage the deepfake seal, the deepfake risk together. Please don't misunderstand that whatever control that you have currently is no longer good. It is as good as it can be. But with the rise of the AI-generated attack, another layer of protection is needed. And VIDA Deepfake Shield will help you to address this issue at the most effective and efficient manner. Thank you so much for your attention. I will close this with a video. Thank you for your attention and have a good day. Maybe the last video.
In today's digital world, transactions are super convenient, but there's a downside: the threat of deepfakes. Deepfakes are advanced fakes made by AI, able to realistically imitate people and create major security concerns. From 2017 to 2019, deepfake fraud increased by over 900% annually. By 2020, the global loss from AI-generated fraud was over $250 million. So, how do you protect your company from deepfake threats? Introducing VIDA Deepfake Shield, designed to tackle advanced biometric attacks, including deepfakes and other AI-generated attacks. First, VIDA Deepfake Shield uses passive liveness detection with technology that prevents impersonation or identity theft. With advanced algorithms that check image quality, the system makes identity verification as simple as taking a selfie. Our liveness detection process operates seamlessly. It starts with data submission, followed by an image quality check, then performs a liveness check and provides real-time feedback to prevent image manipulation. VIDA's technology is secure and effective across various image conditions. With image quality feedback, users get real-time feedback on image quality issues, improving conversions, providing fast, seamless, and secure results. VIDA Deepfake Shield also looks for more advanced biometric attacks. This includes detecting masks, printed photos, deepfakes, and other methods used. With VIDA's robust technology against various attributes like age, eyeglasses, beard, makeup, and head coverings, this flexibility allows for effective protection for a wide range of users. VIDA Deepfake Shield gives you secure digital interactions. Secure your businesses and digital transactions with VIDA Deepfake Shield.